Hey guys, so today I'm actually going to be reviewing my items that I got from Universal Yums. This month was Illy, so we're going to go through each of these items and I'll tell you what I thought about them. So the first one in my little handy dandy booklet is the Italian black truffle potato chips. Now, potato chip wise, they were very crunchy and everything, and they did have a taste of garlic. I've never had truffles before, but I did not care for these chips. They had a weird aftertaste zinginess that I just didn't like. So I definitely did not care for the chips. There were some people that I work with that I shared them with that they actually liked them. So they didn't go to waste, at least. Next item was the Fizzy lemon candies. They tasted like lemon heads to me, to be honest, and I actually really liked them. They did have like a fizzy center once you got to the center of it. So I guess imagine a lemon head, but with a fizzy center, basically. I don't know any better way to describe it, but so when it says it's fizzy lemon candy, it definitely fizzes in the middle. I wouldn't say it tastes like Sprite. It highly reminds me of lemon heads. Next was the lemon and pepper Tarallini. I actually really like these. They were very mild on the lemon flavor, and every now and then I could taste the pepper. But I like the crunchiness, and overall I really like these. I don't know if you'd call them chips, but they were shaped like tortellini, and I would actually recommend those. Those were actually really good. Next was the ketchup potato chips. Now, as I stated before, I do not like ketchup. When I smelled them, they smelled just like ketchup. It's just like this, I don't know, this sweet aroma that I just don't like. But once I tried one, it just tasted like tomatoes to me. It didn't have the sweetness like ketchup has. And like I said, I was skeptical at first, but overall, they actually weren't bad at all. So I almost put the cart in front of the horse, but luckily for me, I didn't. Next was the orange zest carrot cake. It was actually very good. It smells like oranges. Like if you open up the pack, that's all you can smell is like oranges. I didn't really get a carrot cake vibe out of it, but I mean, I wasn't disappointed. I love oranges, and overall I actually thought it was very good. Next I had the hazelnut milk chocolate bar. It reminded me of a Ferrero Rocher, except in candy bar format instead of the little individual balls, and I actually loved it. Those are probably one of my favorite candies. I love Nutella. I love anything hazelnut and chocolate flavored. So overall, I really like this one. Next was the Italian Amarettini. Those were the almond cookies. I figured that they would probably be my favorite. I wasn't too far off, but they definitely didn't top my list. They were very high in almond flavor. It reminded me of an amaretto sour minus the sour part. Like you could taste the almond, like hands down. So if you don't like almonds, you definitely would not like these cookies. So as far as the almond extract, they went above and beyond on that. They were crunchy little cookies. They were probably, I would say, about the size of a dime, big around. They weren't massive. They weren't big cookies. They were little tiny bite-sized cookies. And lastly, I had the Tiramisu cream milk chocolate balls. Now, they were not as good as I had hoped for. They did not completely remind me of tiramisu. but it had the right amount of espresso and chocolate flavor, but I just wasn't 100% thrilled with it. But overall, I would have to say it was fairly decent and good. So, as always, on my scorecard, it has me rank my favorite yum, my worst yum, and my weirdest yum. So, my favorite was actually a tie. I could not decide between the hazelnut milk chocolate bar and the orange zest carrot cake. Those were probably my two favorite items out of this box, and they were so close I couldn't pick between them. My worst yum, I have to go with the Italian black truffle potato chips. Sadly, they just weren't good to me. Like I told you, I had to hand them off to somebody at work. I couldn't eat the whole bag. And lastly, the weirdest yum. I wouldn't classify any of these as weird, but if I had to pick one, I went with the lemon and pepper Tarallinis. I actually really liked them, but who would have ever thought about coming up with kind of like a hard cookie chip with lemon and pepper on it? To me, that just blows my mind. But all in all, I really enjoyed this box. Hopefully within the next week or so, I get my December box, which is from around the world. And I actually upgraded. I had been doing the Yum box, which had these 8 items in it. I upgraded to the Yum Yum box, which has 12 items. So this upcoming month is going to have more items and more yumminess, and I can't wait to share it with y'all. So until then, have a fantastic December.